the Golden Retriever of Comedy Tour. Dan Soder is at the United Theater on Broadway in Los Angeles tonight, and then he's heading to Seattle, Washington, Portland, Oregon, Tucson, Arizona, and other places around this great country. Ladies and gentlemen, the human, not the Golden Retriever, Dan Soder here on the Rich Eisen Show.
If I came in half Golden Retriever, I had a procedure done. A tail, a big bushy tail.
By the way,
dog
what do we call that? A minotaur? Is that what it is? But it's a dog instead of a
centaur. I think.
Whatever.
Yes.
Dog tour.
Dog tour.
A-Rod famously had a painting of a centaur.
What's with the Golden Retriever?
It's just it was a nickname I got from the Opie and Anthony subreddit in 2012. When I would go on,
man.
Yeah, and I always thought it was the nicest compliment I ever got.
Which is what?
Because they were a vicious subreddit, and they were like, "This guy's the Golden Retriever of comedy."
Because you're sweet, and you
they
just
say you throw a premise and he'll go chase it, and he's just he's always tail wagging, and I was like, man, that kind of rules as a nickname.
It's funny. So is that why you had a toy in your mouth when I came to see you? In the green room?
That's when you saw I pissed on the carpet in the green room. Like that one meme of the dog peeing. They're like, you're up in 10, and I was like,
guys, he didn't pee on the carpet. He did something
go
else.
Check. I was licking my butthole.
Much
worse.
Hey now.
It came in, I was on the couch going.
So then you bring it back here in 2025 for your tour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they were, I signed on to do the tour, and you need a tour name. Because when you're doing comedy clubs, it's just, I'm in this city.
That's right.
And they were like, well, you need a tour name. And I was like, I couldn't come up with one. And I was like, well, the nicest compliment anyone's ever gave me was on a subreddit. So I'll use that.
A subreddit.
Hey, that's the modern times. You got to go get your nicknames online.
I tell everybody here, don't read comments.
No, don't.
But you did, and now you've named a
but
comedy
that was
tour
when I
off of it.
learned. That was one of the good ones.
Okay.
And then since then, I've learned you stay away from that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Soder, the previously You Suck Ass tour, is now the Golden Retriever of Comedy Tour.
Does this guy ever shut up tour? Coming to your city.
DanSoder.com is how you can find out for more dates and for tickets. And I like that. If you pop that up one more time here, I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Is that a real Golden Retriever of yours, or
no, man? It's another Golden Retriever.
It's a stock Golden.
I didn't even get to meet the good boy that took that photo.
Oh no,
we weren't in the same room. Like
like
one of those DraftKings commercials where Kevin Hart and LeBron are supposed to be hanging out.
Clearly in separate rooms.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you guys are real. Touch each other.
Yeah.
Touch him. That's what you say when you see those commercials. Reach over and touch him if he's in the same room.
Did you get to approve the Golden Retriever photograph?
Yes, I did. And
so they send you different types of Golden Retrievers.
They sent me shots, and I went, "Who is that boy?" I said, "That's our boy. That's our boy for the poster."
It is a nice boy right there.
The ears were back, which makes me feel like when they were taking the picture, they were like, up here, and the dog's like, it's got that. If you ever had a Golden Retriever, that's like the look of like, what am I doing?
I have two at home. I've got a Golden Retriever and a white English Golden Retriever. My guys have met them all. It's great.
Big, yeah. I am bummed to be away from my dog.
We would have lent you one. We would have lent you one if you needed. Dan Soder back here on the ESPN Radio, presented by Progressive Insurance, on our Disney Plus and ESPN app feed. One big happy family. Golden Retriever of Comedy Tour starting tonight at the United Theater on Broadway in Los Angeles. If you're in town, go check out Dan Soder, who's back here on the Rich Eisen Show. Tickets available at dansoder.com. How you been, man? It's been a while since you've appeared on this program.
Yeah, it has. There's been a lot that's happened. Last time I was here, you had me go through the 49ers season.
Yeah, for the win-loss game.
And I did better than I've ever done in my life of doing that.
Okay.
And the Niners went to the Super Bowl and lost again.
So you know what we can do here? We weren't planning on this, but we can do this at the end of the conversation.
Sure.
They've started 3-0. You could predict it from here on out.
Here's my thing, and I'm saying this to other 49ers fans.
Okay.
Maybe I don't do that, and we just let it go, because I will never go to another 49ers Super Bowl. I'm 0-2. So I have retired.
Get out. You don't say no. You can't say that. You can't
I will not go. As a 49er fan, I cannot go to another 49er Super Bowl.
Let me tell you this, though, Dan. Let's be honest here, okay? Let's be straight up.
Yeah.
Okay?
Scientific.
You and I have known each other too long. Do you really feel that the Super Bowl, I guess I'm assuming you went to the one in Miami, right?
And the one in Vegas.
And the one in Vegas.
Both Chiefs losses.
Do you really feel that you are the only 49er fan that's went to both of those games?
No, but I do feel a responsibility.
But you are still out of all of those probably tens of thousands, that Venn diagram of those who went to the Vegas, those who went to the Miami and you put them together, I would imagine there's a large amount of people who went to both. You feel you are the only one responsible for the Niners losing both of those Super Bowls.
No, but I do feel, as a 49er fan,
yes,
to take the lead and to tell those other 49er fans, stay home. Don't ever go to another Super Bowl when the 49ers are in it again.
That's leadership.
My bad. Lead by example,
yes.
And my example is I will never be at another 49er Super Bowl. I will be watching at home, and I will be on the edge of my seat. And then when they get the 6th Lombardi, maybe we think about it.
Two things. Number one, I didn't think of the leadership angle. My bad.
You're
a leader,
care,
man. You're a friggin' leader. I should have remembered that.
I care about the red and gold.
But that said, last time we just checked it. My coordinating producer, Mike Hoskins, just got in my ear and said, last time you predicted they would go 12-5. They went 12-5.
That's what I mean.
And then they made the Super Bowl. Maybe they made the Super Bowl because you nailed the record.
Oh, God, fandom is a wicked witchcraft. It's just a wicked witchcraft that we do.
Well, I think what that points out is it makes you think, irrationally. And I understand that. But,
I'm full on mentally ill. That's why I'm a stand-up comedian. And then you mix that with sports fandom, and it's not good.
All right.
But I just felt like, I don't know, man. I was so bummed after the second one.
Right.
Because I got to go to the first one because of Katie.
Katie Nolan.
Katie Nolan, my sweet, sweet fiance. Make sure you check out Casuals, the podcast. And she got me a ticket because she was still at ESPN.
Yes.
And McDaniel was the run game coordinator for
Mike
the 49ers. Mike McDaniel.
Who you know personally, the head coach of the Dolphins.
One of my oldest friends in the world since we were at 7th graders at Laredo Middle School. And so I went to that one because of Katie. And so when the Niners beat the Lions, I get a text. I'm talking about the NFC Championship game. I get a text from Michael Che, who's a huge 49ers fan.
Oh, we did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the most Michael Che way possible. He did it because his brother was a Giants fan. He grew up in New York, and he just wanted to be spiteful. So he became a 49ers fan.
All right.
And I love it. But we text every game, and he texted me after the NFC Championship game. He said, I'm going to ask NBC for tickets. And then he got them. And he's like, so
damn right he did.
Do you want to go to Vegas? And I was like, yeah.
Okay.
And then they lost, and it was like worse than the first time I watched him lose.
Now, did Shea go to the one in Miami?
No, he didn't.
Okay, so he's not one of those fans.
He's not one, so he can go. He can go the next time.
He's free to go.
He's free to go. I will greenlight Michael Che going to another 49ers Super Bowl.
So let's say the Niners go again this year. When
no
one was expecting it. No one was expecting it, right?
Come on.
And they go again. All right. And the Super Bowl is in their stadium.
It's at Levi's.
You don't go?
No.
Get out of here.
I don't go.
I call a foul on that. I'm throwing a challenge flag, and after further review,
you gotta go.
There's no way.
I don't know. This is like a man entrenched in his belief right now.
No,
I understand that, but that's now. That's like it's week 4. The Jaguars are coming in. No one expected them 3-0, and it's easy for you to say, is what I'm saying.
I'm telling you, if that happened, and I went and they lost, I would be banned from the Bay Area for the rest of my life.
You would not.
I wouldn't be able to ever eat an It's It again. I would never be able to grab a Sam's hamburger. I would be cast out. The wall would be shut on me, and I'm deservedly so. I couldn't even go back for a Giants game. I couldn't even go to Oracle to watch the Giants if they turn it around and hire Bruce Bochy at the end of the season because his contract is up in Texas. I'm just saying. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
The Niners don't even play in the city.
I know, they play in Santa Clara.
I mean, they play in San Jose.
It's come on.
If you want to go to a Niners game, you fly into San Jose. It is much more convenient to do that.
I go the old way, and I fly into SFO, and I wave at the Candlestick highway sign.
That's right.
And then I drive down to Santa Clara.
That's right. I mean, it used to be like you could fly.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder.
SFO is maybe 5 minutes away from Candlestick Park.
And what I'm saying, San Jose is San Jose's airport closer to the Field of Jeans than San Francisco's airport was to Candlestick.
No, I think San Jose's airport is. I don't know.
You could have landed in Candlestick.
Yeah, would have been dangerous. When you would land at SFO, you would go over. You just see Candlestick right there.
Candlestick was just for a football game.
It's the best.
It
was freezing for a baseball game in the middle of summer.
I know, but I mean, I just remember the seating for the stadium. It was just weird.
It was weird. They had the KNBR gorilla in the corner.
Yes.
To try to act like there wasn't a giant.
Yes. That corner.
Like just dead corner of the stadium.
Yeah, right.
But it was built. There's nothing there anymore. I said this. I did Julian Edelman's podcast, and I said they should just build a new stadium on Candlestick Point because there's nothing there right now.
I just didn't. I don't know. I don't know. Well, those are times that go by.
I will not go.
Okay, good for you.
I promise.
Don't worry, we won't hold you to it.
Faithful,
or call you
I
hypocrite.
promise.
All right.
And then we can win.
But
and then everyone will be very happy.
But you got to be psyched right now, right? I mean, 3-0, you didn't see that one coming at all. Certainly when Brock Purdy goes down after the first game.
Yeah. As someone that watches every preseason game, Mac Jones has looked incredible all preseason because it's the Kyle Shanahan thing. You bring in a quarterback, it's what Sam Darnold, it's almost like a rehab center for quarterbacks. You come in and you go like when a horse gets injured and they send him to a farm, that's what you do with quarterbacks with Kyle.
Is that right?
Because, I mean, dude, Mac looked unbelievable in preseason. And so when Brock Purdy went down, I wasn't as scared as I was before when he would get injured.
Sure.
Because you go, I don't know, we might be all right. And then he looked incredible last week.
Well, I mean, 3-0. You are what you are. And what they are is one of the undefeated teams in the NFL. And if you beat Jacksonville, now you're 4-0.
Yeah, but Bosa, that's...
I know. That's a tough loss. But you're 4-0, and then you're not going to be in Los Angeles.
No, I won't be there for the Rams game.
Okay.
I won't be at SoFi. I won't be at Levi's South.
Dude.
Levi's South.
I know.
Remember how mad Rams fans get because their fans don't show up and 49ers fans do?
Ask these guys.
I have season tickets.
Well, thanks for selling them to Niners fans.
I'm going.
Have you ever? Are you going to the Niner game?
I am.
And I'm going.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Thursday Night Football.
So don't blame these guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going.
But do you guys get mad? Do you guys get mad when that kind of takeover happens?
No,
because you're talking to a Patriot fan, and then you got a guy over here. All right, he just took it. He took it on the chin and outlet. This guy. Where are you from, Mike? Livingston, New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Okay.
North
How
Jersey.
long you been here in Los Angeles?
30 years.
30 years.
That counts.
Yeah, I'm a Rams fan.
How long you been a Dodger fan?
I've never had a team.
How long you been a Dodger fan, Mr. Wearing a Dodger
What time
cap?
is it?
Exactly. A year.
What?
Oh, that makes me.
I
almost just threw this mug at you. I almost just threw this mug at you. I've never been so close to physical violence on a show as I just felt.
Right.
A Dodgers fan for a year?
That's right.
After they're already the billion-dollar dandies?
That's right.
After they're already going and buying everybody up and they're not even fun?
And by the way,
go get your... was it Ohtani that did it? It's like loving a girl.
No, it was the first game. When I watched that first game, I was done in person.
I was history. God, I hate the Dodgers.
It's like what?
I was going to say, it's when a lady gets giant fake boobs and someone jumps on board. And they go, well, yeah, it just kind of changes the way you feel about you. You absolute. I just, growing up.
Boob.
Yeah. Growing up hating the Dodgers as a Giants fan, the last 5 years, it's just like when they get everybody, they just keep getting it.
And then Ohtani's like, yeah, pay me $1 now.
That's the worst part because the Giants match the offer.
Which is what? We'll pay $1 now?
No, they like the same amount of millions, and Ohtani was like, but my dog's name's Dodger. And we were like, we couldn't get Aaron Judge, who's from the Bay.
Right.
And you're like, we couldn't get.
He tried.
We got Jung Hoo Lee, though. Captain Handsome?
Listen, Handsome. Yeah.
That's my guy.
And, it didn't work out in the very end of the day here this year. But
we just got eliminated.
That's all right. So, the Dodgers just can't close anybody. They can't close any games right now.
Well, for our house, for Katie and I's house, last year's World Series was worst case scenario because she's a Red Sox fan. Right. I'm a Giants fan, and we're watching Dodgers Yankees in the World Series.
My freshman year in college was Mets Red Sox, and I just wanted I was rooting for the Meteor.
Yeah, sinkhole. It's a sinkhole series.
Just 1 second, it's just like, oh, that's great that it's something terrible's happening, but the other people are happy. You know what I mean?
That's what it was. And she was happy because the Yankees didn't win, and then that made me angry because now I'm seeing her be happy that the Dodgers won.
Yeah, I understand. Well, Yeah, he's a fraud. That's what I just.
Well, a year in, I don't count you. You don't get. You're not a Dodgers fan yet. Get out of here.
So
you have to go through some bad seasons.
I don't know if we hit this the last time, but when you and I worked together that one day on Billions.
Oh yeah, back in my boxing days.
Yeah, did you broke Kelly O'Coin's ribs? Yeah. Did you? You know you're not supposed to hit him,
yeah,
right?
I know. I love Kelly to death, and Kelly's the man. And he texted me like a week after we filmed that scene, and he was like, "Hey, buddy, I just want to let you know you broke one of my ribs."
Right away, though, right?
Like I think the first take, because they were like, "Do a flurry," and I was like, and I just swung and I hit him, connected.
Who was in your corner? Was it Deontay Wilder was in your corner?
Deontay Wilder was in Kelly's corner. I had Stipe Miocic, and that was awesome. That was like,
what was Stipe saying to you?
Oh, nothing. He was like, "This is cool." Stipe's the man. Stipe is. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Giving you any tips on how to do combat sports?
They would go like cut, and he'd be like, "I don't know. You guys are supposed to look terrible. You're doing a good job." Yeah, he was just kind of like that because we were supposed to look like buffoons. So it wasn't like, "Hey, keep your head down. You got to drop your shoulder." He was like, "Yeah, you guys look like you can't fight." And you're like, "Then this is exactly what the scene needed."
Check the box.
Yeah, and he was so cool. He was just like, I was just asking him questions as a fan of MMA, just like, when you fought Cormier, you know, like what happened with this? And he's also like a firefighter and also an MMA champion. So you're like, he's the coolest guy and the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, and it was just a blast for me.
That was a fun day.
Is there any chance of any more Billions at all?
I don't think so.
That's over.
I think
We're done.
I think it was fun, and I think we did it. And I think that day of filming, you know, what was the craziest person I met that day? Because we were all talking, like we were all hanging out, me and you and Bob and other people were like talking.
Memory, yeah,
Bob Memory. And then I'm sitting there talking to this older gentleman, very nice suit. And we're just like sitting there talking, and I just think he's like an extra. And then he walks away, and David Levine, the creator of the show, comes up, one of the creators of the show, him and Brian. David comes up to me and he goes, "Do you know who you're just talking to?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "It's the guy that shorted Enron." And you're like, "Oh," that guy's like, "Wow,
are you serious?"
I didn't even know, and I had so many more questions about it that I was like, "Oh," because they would get like finance people to come on the show, and I don't know that, I'm an idiot. So when he walked away, I was like, "Oh man, I want to talk to that guy."
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, they had there was a pocket of people, and I don't think we were aware of this, but they brought in like a pocket of like finance heavyweights to be in the scenes.
I thought that they were legit extras to be dressed up because they're like Bobby Axelrod's buddies.
That's exactly, but they were real finance people.
The real.
They were like actual movers and shakers in the finance world, and I don't think any of us knew. We're just like, "Hey, how you doing?" The guy's worth like $7 billion, and he's like, "Pretty good. How are you?" And you're like, "Oh, snacks are kind of cold today." And the guy's like, "Cool, whatever."
He was about craft services. The guy who shorted Enron.
Exactly. Like, his coffee's a little past its expiration, but how you doing?
Guy's name is Jim Shanos.
He was there, huh?
And he was one of the guys that was there. It was pretty crazy.
What's your favorite scene from Billions that you were ever part of?
It wasn't a scene. It was season 1.
Okay.
I'm not a trained actor. I was learning how to act on the show.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was very loud with the other actors. I'm like, I'm a comic, so if I do something stupid, just tell me and I'll try to correct the course.
Yes.
So season 1, there was a scene from the series finale the season finale that was cut.
Yes.
And it's me in Bobby Axelrod's office with Wags. So I'm with Damian and David, and we're filming the scene, and we do a couple takes, and they go to like turn around. And again, I'm a comic, so I'm like always just trying to make people laugh randomly. And we're in the office, and I'm sitting in a seat, and I go, "Hey," and I lean, I go, and let out a huge fart. And Damien goes, "We can't circulate the air because of the sound." And that was when I was like, "Oh no!" And I just had to sit in my own. And Damien and David were cool about it, but at first they were like, "Dude, there's no circulation in this room right now," and I was like, "I'm so sorry." But that was like a memory that sticks in my head from the whole show of just looking at Damien going, and he's behind Bobby Axelrod's desk, and he's like, "Don't do that. You don't do that here."
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, would it be a good fantasy team named Dutch Ovening Damian Lewis?
Yeah, Dutch Oven Damian Lewis.
Dutch Oven
That's
Damian
pretty funny. A little long.
At least you didn't do it to Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, dude, I would have never. I mean, Giamatti, I didn't know that well. Damian, I ended up knowing really well, and he was the man. He was the man.
You weren't in many scenes with Paul Giamatti, I imagine, right?
One in the whole 7 seasons.
That's it?
It's it. It was in the final season, in like, I think the third to last episode, I finally had a scene, which I'll tell you what, dude, watching someone like Paul Giamatti act live, like being in a scene with him,
right,
is like, it's like watching someone solo on a guitar. I felt the same way about Damian. A bunch of actors on that show were incredible. Costable, Maggie Sift, Asia Kate Dillon, Kelly, our buddy, Kelly O'Coin. You would watch them, but then like when you finally get to do a scene with Paul Giamatti, you're like, oh, damn. You're Paul Giamatti.
Yeah,
you know, he's
no
like,
doubt.
Meow. Just like, it's like watching someone wail in person on a guitar.
You didn't dare talk to him about his dad, did you? About as a baseball fan?
Yeah, at like table reads, him and I would talk. And sometimes I'd be like, well, your dad was the commissioner of baseball. I was like, your dad booted Pete Rose. And he'd be like, he did. He did. You know? And you're like, I just want to be like, can we talk more about that? But he was so cool. Paul Giamatti was like, man, I'll tell you what, it makes me love everything he does more, because you're just like, he was just the man.
I'd fanboy the hell out of him, which is not professional. But.
And then like Damian would answer questions about Band of Brothers and like Homeland and stuff that I had. He would like tell stories about it, and where you're just like, oh my God. Just sit by him and be like, this is awesome. Yeah. Maggie was also very cool, because I had a lot of Sons of Anarchy questions. And she was really cool about that.
Well, she was in the first season of Mad Men too.
Oh yeah,
and you know, and she was in the first season credits, the opening credits of Mad Men.
She was so sweet. Just that entire cast was like so fun to work with. We had a very cool thing where it was just like, and they would say that, like Damian would say that when we were hanging out. He's like, just to let you know, if you ever act on something this big, it's not usually this cool.
Well, again, for hanging out there for that day was something else.
Brian and David did a great job of creating a really cool atmosphere with like everybody hanging out. So that was really fun.
And they just reached out to you as a comic saying, we just need you on the show?
No, I've known Brian and David for a while. I've known Brian for a long. Brian used to do stand-up when I first moved to New York.
Brian Koppelman.
Yeah.
And he's currently the Machine in The Bear right now.
Yeah, he's doing awesome on The Bear. And he, we were friends, and I met David.
The computer, pardon me. That's who he is in the
the computer in The Bear. But he, rocking that Raiders gear. But he...
that's right.
He was like, hey, we're writing this show about finance or whatever. And he was like, why don't you come in and audition, just because you know us. So this might be a thing where you're a little more comfortable in the audition with A.V. Coffin, the casting director. And I went in and just like, I really, really tried. Like I learned all my lines, and I learned like the difference
between winging it and preparing.
I mean, I'm a comic. Everybody that knows comics, we're the laziest pieces of crap. And so I was like, no, I actually tried. And then they liked me, but they were like, well, we got the actor for this other role that we wanted, that we were thinking maybe Dan might be right for. Yeah. And then they called me and they're like, hey, we can't. You can either be like the basketball coach in the pilot, or if we go to series, we're going to look to write you in a role in The Office. And I was like, oh, well, you guys are going to go to series. So I made that choice, and it was the right choice.
No doubt. Dan Soder here. Thanks again for coming on. DanSoder.com for tickets to Golden Retriever of Comedy Tour tonight at the United Theater on Broadway in Los Angeles, then Seattle, where Adam Ray was just celebrating the big dumper, hitting his 60th last night.
Good for him.
Portland, Oregon, Tucson, Arizona, Denver, Colorado, and Knoxville, Tennessee, all over the map. Great to see you, brother.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much for having
anytime.
me, man.
You know that. Yeah. And good luck to your Niners. See, I won't make you do the win-loss game. Since you don't want to.
Go
You're very
Niners.
welcome. There you go. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app, 12 to 3 Eastern.